Yo, what's up? It's your boy Franchise. I was a gamer to you lost. Welcome to the Stories podcast. We got a very special guest here. He goes by LateAfter8. Yo, tell him a little bit about yourself, bro.
LateAfter8. I'm from Manhattan. For those of you who don't know, it's the 785 officially. Started making music roughly 2010, but officially this year, actually just dropped my first official video the beginning of this year. You can find me on iTunes at LateAfter8, SoundCloud LateAfter8, Spotify, the basic platforms, everybody can be on, you know what I'm saying. But thanks for bringing me on, you know what I'm saying. It's my boy right here, Franchise. We lit.
Sure, man. So who inspired you coming up, man? Who inspired you making music?
Honestly, the first rappers I was listening to growing up, like maybe 13, 14, sophomore, not even rapping yet, but thinking about rapping, I was like, Wiz Khalifa, Kid Cudi, you know what I'm saying? Just those type of rappers. That's the only rappers I was actually listening to, bro. Like, legit.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, their music just was just, like, above me, bro. Like, when I was listening to motherfucking Man on the Moon or motherfucking Prince of the City 2, just thinking about it, like, this shit kind of resembles my life in a way, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So at that point, when did you decide to start making music?
right after I met my homie Franz, my old homie Franz, what's up? I met him in sophomore. I was singing in Mr. M's room or whatever, and then I was already writing lyrics or whatever. I wasn't really rapping. I was just singing and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he just asked me to make a song one day. I was just like, bro, I've never made a song in my life. So he was like, man, just come on. I was like, bet. So went in the motherfucking Mr. Amos room, little practice room or whatever, pulled out the MacBook.
Yeah.
Just started from there. For real.
I mean, so was the process easy at first, or was it you had to learn?
I mean, honestly, like, I already knew how to write lyrics to me listening to music already, so it's like, okay, it's kind of easy, but in a way it's not. Like, when I started making music, I was just like, I'm gonna make music that I want to listen to. Like, if it sounds good to me, then it's gonna sound good to me. Because I wasn't really about, like, pleasing people back then, like, you know what I'm saying, from my music. I just made music because it sounded cool to me. I smoked to or whatever, you know what I'm saying, it'd be dope, you know what I'm saying. But the process, when you started getting more official, learning the business side of it, and everything else that has to come with music, then yeah, it got, like, more technical and, like, more serious with it. But when I first started, it was just, a little hobby or whatever.
Yeah, so at what point did you start taking it serious?
Actually this year, because I was taking it serious 2017. I'm gonna say 2017. I made this mixtape called Before LateAfter8. I've been by Boda Kid basically since high school to up now. Like, since last year I switched my not last name, but rap name to LateAfter8.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, it's time to do something more. Like, I gotta learn something more of it. Like, this music shit is serious. I'm trying to accomplish something with my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just trying to do this as a hobby or anything.
Yeah.
Like,
what does LateAfter8 mean?
LateAfter8 means, it's like, I kind of got that reference name from, like, Party Next Door type vibe type feel. Like, I was making music, you know what I'm saying, slow, low vibe, you know what I'm saying, be all good and shit. But LateAfter8 doesn't really have a definition of, like, anything for real, but it's just maybe
rhymed.
LateAfter8 music just sounded perfect. Like, I just thought of it, like, LateAfter8. It's just, that shit went, like, that shit go, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta stick with that. Perfect names come through.
So you said you're from Manhattan?
Yeah.
Manhattan, Kansas?
Yeah, I'm from Manhattan, Kansas.
Yeah, so what kind of hip-hop movement do they have out there?
For real, my uncles and my cousins was making music out there, so it was kind of a gangster rap type feel, you know what I'm saying? All my family grew up doing whatever they did, and their music just, on some gangster, more realistic type of rap rather than, you know what I'm saying, turning up. So it's like, when I make music, it's going to be like something I actually like do, some truthful shit, or maybe if I don't really necessarily rap about fake chains or anything like that, but maybe if I have some money every now and then I rap about having bread in that song, but not necessarily balling out all the time. But most of my tracks be like realistic, and in Manhattan it'd be more realistic than myself, because the way that it was growing up, like selling drugs and do whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying, like shit crazy.
Yeah.
So they shit like some real shit.
Yeah, man. Well, that's dope, man. Like, so how's your movement, man? How's your social media? How's your fans? How's your interaction from your fans and stuff like that?
I mean, my interaction, it just depends, you know what I'm saying? I'll drop a song, and if it's a good song, a fire song, a vibe song that everybody can feel now and then, it's gonna blow, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna reach like 250 views in maybe a week, less than a week.
Yeah. Who's your demographic?
As in SoundCloud or Spotify?
Nah, the people that's listening to your music.
Maybe just streamers online, maybe fans from my fan page, some of my homies, family members, people that subscribe to me, just, you know, people I've met on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
And people, whoever they show is gonna be like, that's them. I don't know them like that, so it'll be like, shit. Everybody probably should.
Have you released any current projects?
I released my album 1995 in May.
Yeah.
I was on the West, came back. I was like, man, Irv, let's drop this motherfucking album. This motherfucker gonna be lit, bro. It's gonna blow. You know what I'm saying? But the most I got was like 10K, maybe 10K views, which ain't a lot, but I did sell it for like, you know what I'm saying, $7. So I've accomplished like obtaining $27 in my bank account. It may not be much, but you know what I'm saying, so, you know, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, which is cool. But it could have been more, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you gotta start somewhere, man.
For real.
People act like they don't want to show the struggle, but everybody else struggling, you can relate to that shit, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But that's the most important part, you know what I'm saying, is like going through the grind, because think about it, if somebody just gave you something, you wouldn't appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? So going through that grind and learning them, having them stories to tell, that's what's going to feed you after you get success, is having them stories to tell.
That's true.
Yeah, it was just given to me and I don't appreciate it. That's not a story. Like, bro, I gritted and grinded, bro. I had to sleep in my car a couple times, bro. I remember when I was getting 6 views.
I feel like it just depends on the situation. Like, anybody can think, like, anybody's success story can be different from anybody else's. Somebody could already have a position where they was already fucking with somebody or messing with somebody, excuse my language, messing with somebody that had, you know, other attainments to get higher places, and somebody can just be like, it's just me, bro. Just like, I'm not messing with nobody. I mess with certain people because like they're cool and stuff, but other than that, it's just me, like, just grinding out here. Like, I don't have any managers. I don't know any ARs, probably because they don't want to search for it, or they don't want to, you know, do that research or anything. But I feel like everybody's success story is just different, you know what I'm saying? I don't really want to put myself in a category where I'll be like, I mean, it's cool you had 6 views, bro. I remember that. But, like, you can have something more than 6 views. You could obviously research something, did something more to boost your career up. Like, that don't make sense.
Well, so tell me like a story when you felt like you were down at your lowest, you know what I'm saying? And then somehow you rise to the top and it was like, damn, I did that, bro. I succeeded.
Man, for real. That was actually just like a few months ago. I was down at my lowest. I was staying at my bro's crib, and like I ain't have no place to stay or whatever. So it's like, man, I'm trying to do this music shit. I bought a ticket to LA and shit, but like I was gonna go, but something told me not to go. It's like a spiritual warfare out here, you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta be careful on decisions you make in life, because it can just drastically change your shit. You can achieve something, but maybe it's not worth achieving, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you gotta take a different route, just become stronger with your soul or yourself and your mind or anything like that. But it's just crazy because I was just sitting there like, man, I'm finna buy this ticket. I bought this ticket to LA. I'm sleeping on the floor. I'm like, man, just had a backpack. It's like, shit.
When you're going through that, you know, that kind of ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? How do you control your mentals, man? Are you kind of like man, I'm down today, but I'll be up tomorrow? Or are you just like, man, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna stay on top of my shit, keep moving.
Be like, you just gotta have mental strength, bro. Like, at the end of the day, things can go bad, but like, you just gotta have mental strength within yourself. Like, damn, I know this is a bad situation, but you can overcome it with yourself, like, regardless of anybody telling you that you can't do anything. It may be like, just perception, the way you want to look at things. You can change your perception anyway. Like, bro, it's like you can be down slow and sleeping on the ground and be like, oh man, I shouldn't do this shit, and then fuck it, just go get a job somewhere, and then you may never know, you become the manager in 3 weeks, and then just change your life hella instantly. Like, that would be different, bro. It'd be like some other shit.
Yeah. So as you're down, what do you feel like your high is right now? Like you feel like where you're at right now is just showing like I'm killing it.
Right now, I'm content with life, you know what I'm saying? I'm on some simplicity shit right now. Like, I'm taking this music shit just like on my pace. I wanna take it too far hella quick, blow up hella instantly. Like, people can do that shit. Like, there's ways you can blow up hella fast, but it's just a matter of if you ready for that shit. Like, you can drop a single, bro, get 1 million views somehow, and then boom, you get signed with Universal Records, and then you do some shit, and then you're not ready for it, and then you like, damn, I fucked up my life, or type something like that. It just depends, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my shit easy right now. I'm trying to just be an independent artist for real. Like, just make my own money from the people I've known and who I've worked with. And they'll be like, oh, he's a great artist. He's a good person as well. So they'll be like, okay, we can work with him, pay him for his features, and then just make my money like that or something. Not have to work a motherfucking 9 to 5. You ain't gotta be super rich. You're already rich already yourself, but you know what I'm saying? It just depends on different people, you know what I'm saying?
If you had to give like some advice to like an upcoming rapper like that would be kind of looking up to you, what would you tell him? You know what I'm saying?
I'll be like, for real, you can make as far as you want in the industry, take it as far as you want. It don't matter because it's not my life. Just don't go towards a negative side. Don't go towards a bad side. Just, keep focus on the main goal and be on the good track rather than falling into the dark side. You know what I'm saying? On some Darth Vader shit. You know what I'm saying? Be motherfucking Yoda instead of, you know what I'm saying, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Don't be bad. Don't use the force for bad. Don't use your big ass clout. Don't use all that money for, you know what I'm saying, I got all this shit, flexing. Just be humble with your shit. Be cool, you know what I'm saying? Like every other real person would say, be humble with your shit, you know what I'm saying?
What do you want them to remember you by?
Remember me as a good individual that accomplished everything that he said he was gonna do. Helped everybody that he said. Did major things out here that was positive. In that range. In that area. The positive area, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mess with some doctors. Maybe invest in some businesses. That aspect.
Yeah.
Put a lot of good shit into the culture, you know what I'm saying? Some wavy shit. Get down with it, get down type shit.
That's what's up, man. Yo, man, this is Stories Podcast, LateAfter8. Thought it was a game until you lost. Thanks for tuning in. Go to facebook.com/First City Culture and check out all of our content. We got a show coming up on January the 18th, the birthday bash. Tweezy, baby.